I'm Dr. Susan Satterfield from the Greek and Roman Studies Department at Rhodes College, and I want to talk today about why Latin is an important language to learn. Latin is a dead language, and when we say that, we mean that it's not actually spoken anymore, anywhere in the world, really. And this doesn't mean that it's a useless language. There are lots of reasons to learn Latin. One thing that students really like about Latin is that it tends to help you on standardized tests. So GRE, SATs for high school students, LSATs, lots of different exams where language is a component of those exams. Latin is very helpful because in Latin you learn a lot of the root words of English, and therefore you can use Latin to help you figure out more difficult words. Another thing that is great about learning Latin is that it actually is a foundation language for a lot of the spoken languages today, the Romance languages like French and Italian and Spanish. And learning Latin helps you learn those languages more easily because it's the foundation for those languages. Another reason I think it's great to learn Latin is that it gives you a chance to read so many important ancient texts. Authors like Cicero and Julius Caesar and Virgil and Horace, Livy. There's so many great texts that you can read in Latin. And I really like a quote of C.S. Lewis. I don't know the exact quote, but the idea is that every age has its own good ideas and its own faults, and you can correct the faults of your age by reading the literature of other ages, and this means reading old books. So there's a nice thing about Latin that we can go back and look at ancient literature, we can look at the sources in the original languages, and really kind of apply those to our own world and try to understand our own world a little bit better by looking at different cultures and different peoples. You do see a lot of Latin terms spoken today, and a lot of our words actually come from Latin in the first place. They come from Latin roots, but we still speak Latin words in our language. Phrases like quid pro quo, that's Latin. It means to get something for something, right? It's the idea of give and take. Cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. A lot of phrases in Latin people throw around, I guess, to impress other people. So if you know Latin, you can certainly use that. Other phrases, caveat emptor, buyer beware. Right? These are common, I think, in English. Etc. is probably the most common. It just means and other things. So this is something that people use all of the time in English and don't really know necessarily where it comes from or what it really means.